All right, so get ready, because we're diving deep into the power of desire today.
Ooh, I like it.
And specifically,
Yeah.
we're looking at the ideas from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich,
Mm.
as explained by Sherman Rivers in his YouTube breakdown.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those videos.
It's pretty fascinating stuff.
Yeah, it is. So,
He goes way beyond like basic wishing and hoping.
right.
He actually lays out a framework
Yeah.
for how you can turn that desire into like real tangible success.
Okay, so no magic lamps or genies involved?
No.
Right. Okay,
It's real world strategies
got it.
for achieving goals.
And one of the most vivid examples from the book
Yeah.
is the story of Edwin Barnes, who was absolutely determined to become Thomas Edison's business partner.
Oh, yeah. I love that story.
But he didn't just walk in and demand a partnership, right?
No, not quite.
Okay.
But what's interesting is how Barnes approached it.
Yeah.
He declared his intention to become Edison's partner, basically putting it out there as a fact.
And this wasn't just a bold move.
Yeah.
It was a psychological strategy.
You mean like it made him more likely to stick to his goal or something?
Exactly. There's a powerful psychological principle at play here called commitment and consistency.
Okay.
When we make a public commitment, we're more likely to follow through.
Yeah.
Because we want to be consistent with our words and our actions.
So Barnes kind of set himself up for success by making that declaration.
Precisely.
Wow.
And then he went on to work for Edison for 5 years,
5 years.
always keeping his goal in mind.
Wow.
Hill describes this as burning his ships,
Burning ships.
leaving no room for retreat.
Literally setting fire to ships.
Well, metaphorically burning ships.
Okay.
Definitely more practical.
These days, yeah.
But the idea is the same.
Yeah.
It's about total commitment,
Right.
eliminating any possibility of backing down.
And this concept is super relevant today.
Totally.
I mean, think about like publicly announcing your goals on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Or even just sharing them with a friend. It makes you more accountable and more
Specific.
motivated to achieve those things.
Vast power in declaring your intentions.
It's like you're leveraging social pressure to your advantage,
Exactly.
which, you know, makes me think of those like fitness challenges people post about online.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason why they're sharing their progress.
Right.
It's because that public commitment
Accountability
keeps them going.
keeps them going.
Now, thinking about your own aspirations,
Okay.
is there a goal that you are ready to burn your ships for? What step could you take today
Oh, I like that.
to make that commitment more real and
Yeah.
tangible?
I like that question.
And it segues perfectly into another example of unwavering commitment
Okay.
that Hill highlights,
Mhm.
which is the story of Marshall Field and the Great Chicago Fire.
Ah, yes.
So after that devastating fire,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of merchants, they gave up and left the city, but not Marshall Field. He was different.
He was different.
He was standing among the ruin and
Yeah.
declared his intention to rebuild his store
Wow.
on that very spot
I loved it.
and make it the greatest in the world.
Powerful.
And he did just that.
He did.
I mean, Marshall Field's department store,
yeah,
legendary.
it is.
And what I find so fascinating is the contrast between Field and those who left.
Mhm.
It's like a perfect illustration of
Yeah.
the mindset that separates
Right.
those who achieve great things
Yeah.
from those who don't.
Absolutely.
You know, they both faced the same disaster,
Right.
but their responses
Totally different.
were drastically different.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just about rebuilding a store.
Yeah.
It was about Field's unwavering belief in his vision, even in the face of this huge setback.
Yeah.
It's almost like the fire fueled his desire even more.
Precisely.
Wow.
While others saw only destruction,
Yeah.
Field saw an opportunity. And this relates back to a key point that Hill makes.
Okay.
Adversity can actually be a catalyst for growth and achievement.
Really?
It forces us to dig deeper, to tap into a level of determination
Yeah.
that we may not have known we possessed.
It's like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Exactly.
But I'm curious, how does that apply to us in a more everyday sense? I mean, we
Yeah.
might not all face fires,
Right.
but we all have challenges.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Think about a time when you faced a significant obstacle,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a professional setback or a personal challenge.
Yeah.
Looking back,
Mm-hmm.
did that experience ultimately lead to growth or positive change?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It definitely makes you reframe challenges as potential opportunities for learning and development.
It does.
And speaking of practical application,
Okay.
Didn't Hill lay out some very specific steps
He did.
for how to translate desire into achievement?
He did.
This is where his ideas move from the inspirational to the actionable.
To the actionable. I like that.
So he outlines 6 steps to transmute desire into riches. And these steps, while written with financial success in mind, are really applicable to any goal.
Any goal.
And the first step is to define exactly what you want.
Define exactly what you want.
Not in a vague, I want to be rich way, but in a concrete, I want to earn X amount of money by this date kind of way.
The power of specificity.
The power of specificity.
A clear target
Makes sense.
is much easier to aim for than a fuzzy concept.
So much easier.
And research backs this up.
Oh, right.
Studies show
Okay.
that people who set specific goals are more likely to achieve them than those who don't.
That makes sense.
So think about a goal that you have.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Okay.
How can you make it more concrete, more measurable?
I like that.
Yeah.
It's about taking that desire and shaping it into something you can actually work towards.
That you can actually work towards.
So what's step 2?
Step 2 is about recognizing that you don't get something for nothing.
Right.
It's about determining what you're willing to give in return for what you want.
So thinking about your goal,
Yeah.
what are you prepared to invest?
That's a great question.
Time, effort,
From-
resources to make it happen.
Because it forces you to be honest
Yeah.
about the level of commitment you're willing to make.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a goal, but this brings you back down to earth.
Right back down to earth.
Reminding you that it takes real work
It does.
to achieve something meaningful.
And without that willingness to invest, that burning desire might just fizzle out.
Yeah, I'm starting to see how these steps build on each other.
Yeah.
First, you get clear on your desire. Then you assess your commitment. And I'm guessing the next step is about taking action.
You're right on track.
Okay.
Hill's third step is to set a definite date for achieving your goal.
Ooh, okay.
This adds a sense of urgency
Yeah.
and helps you stay focused.
So if my goal is to write a novel,
Okay.
it's not enough to say I'll finish it someday.
Nope.
I need to set deadlines for each chapter.
I got.
Maybe even daily word count targets.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about creating a roadmap
Got it.
to your goal.
Yeah.
A series of milestones
Okay.
that will keep you motivated and moving forward.
All right, so no more procrastination.
Right.
It's time to get down to business.
Exactly.
So what are steps 5 and 6?
Step 5 is to write a clear statement
Okay.
outlining your desire,
Mm-hmm.
the time frame,
Mm-hmm.
your plan,
Okay.
and what you'll give in return.
Okay.
It's about putting it all down on paper,
Yeah.
making it tangible.
It's like creating a contract with yourself.
Exactly.
A declaration of your commitment.
And finally,
Wow.
step 6 is where the power of visualization comes in.
Okay.
Hill advises reading this statement aloud
Mm-hmm.
twice daily,
Okay.
once in the morning and once before bed,
Got it.
while visualizing yourself
Yeah.
having already achieved your goal.
I can see how that would be incredibly powerful.
It is.
It's about imprinting that desire,
Yes.
that vision of success into your subconscious mind.
Exactly.
And here's the fascinating part, these 6 steps.
Mm-hmm.
This framework for turning desire into reality
Right.
were endorsed by both Andrew Carnegie and Thomas Edison.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah.
2 of the most successful individuals in history believed in these principles.
That's powerful validation.
So it's not just Napoleon Hill's opinion.
No.
It's a strategy
It's a strategy
that's been proven effective
by some of the greatest achievers
by some of the greatest achievers of all time.
of all time.
And these steps weren't just for financial success.
No.
They can be applied to any area of life.
Any area of life.
Which of these 6 steps resonates with you most right now?
That's a good one.
And what action can you take today to apply it to your own goals?
I like that question.
And you know what? That leads perfectly into another fascinating aspect of Hill's work that I'd love to explore with you,
Let's go.
which is this idea of becoming money conscious.
Money conscious.
He seems to suggest
Yeah.
that cultivating this specific mindset
Right.
is essential for achieving financial abundance.
He does.
So it's not just about wanting a bigger paycheck.
No, it's not.
It's about shifting your entire mindset around money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hill believed that people who become money conscious
Okay.
are the ones who accumulate great riches.
Okay, but what does that actually mean?
We're in the video,
Yeah.
Sherman Rivers, uses a great analogy.
Okay.
He talks about how if you want to catch a certain type of fish, you need to use the right bait and fishing techniques.
Okay, I like that analogy.
So if we're aiming to attract wealth, we need to understand the rules of the game and develop the right mindset.
Exactly. And part of that, according to Hill, is surrounding yourself with images and symbols of abundance.
Saturating your mind.
So it's not like you need to plaster your walls with the dollar bills.
No.
It's more about consciously choosing what you expose yourself to.
Yeah.
The books you read.
The
conversations you have.
Even
the environments that you spend time in. So if you're constantly focusing on lack, on not having enough, you're actually reinforcing that reality in your mind.
Precisely. But if you shift your focus to abundance, to visualizing yourself already possessing the wealth you desire, you create a powerful magnetic force that draws those riches towards you.
So you're training your mind to see opportunities, to attract wealth rather than repel it.
Exactly. I've heard this referred to as the law of attraction.
Yeah, the law of attraction.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of contemporary research in psychology and neuroscience that supports this idea.
Absolutely.
That our thoughts and beliefs can actually shape our reality.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So it's not just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
There's real science behind the idea that our mindset can influence our outcomes.
Absolutely. And money consciousness is about aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with your financial goals.
Got it.
It's about developing a mindset of abundance in all areas of your life.
This is all starting to click for me.
I love it.
It's about believing in your own power to create the life you want, to achieve your goals.
Absolutely.
And to live a fulfilling and prosperous life.
That's it.
But I'm also curious about the role of dreams in all of this.
Dreams.
You know those big, audacious goals that seem almost impossible to achieve?
Right.
Does desire play a role in bringing those dreams to life?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hill dedicates a whole section in Think and Grow Rich to the power of dreams and dreamers.
Oh, wow.
He argues that all the great leaders and innovators throughout history, those who've made a significant impact on the world, were dreamers who had the vision to see possibilities before they became reality.
So like visionaries who saw things that other people couldn't even imagine. Do you have any examples of that?
Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
Columbus dreamed of an unknown world.
Yeah.
Staked his life on the existence of such a world. And discovered America.
Yeah.
Copernicus, the great astronomer, dreamed of a multiplicity of worlds.
Wow.
And reveal them to the world.
Okay, so those are definitely some big dreamers.
And those are just a couple.
Oh, wow.
Henry Ford, poor and uneducated, dreamed of a horseless carriage and revolutionized transportation.
Wow.
Thomas Edison dreamed of a lamp that could be operated by electricity and brought light to the world. The Wright brothers dreamed of a machine that would fly through the air. And Marconi dreamed of a system for harnessing the intangible forces of the ether, leading to the invention of the radio.
It's amazing to think that all of these world-changing innovations started as dreams in someone's mind.
It's powerful.
And then through hard work and determination, they made those dreams a reality.
They did.
And that's the power of desire.
It is.
Of believing in seemingly impossible.
It's the fuel that drives innovation, that pushes us beyond the boundaries of what we think is possible.
So what dreams are you holding on to?
Ooh, I like that.
What would you dare to dream if you knew that failure wasn't an option?
Wow, that's a powerful question.
It makes you realize that maybe we limit ourselves more than we need to.
We do.
But let's get real for a second.
Okay.
We all know that life isn't always sunshine and rainbows.
Right.
We face setbacks.
We do.
Challenges. Sometimes even tragedies.
Yeah.
Does desire have a role to play in those darker moments?
In fact, Hill believed that adversity, those personal struggles and setbacks that we all face, can often be the catalyst for discovering hidden talents and inner strength.
So like these difficult experiences, while not exactly welcome, can actually be opportunities for growth and self-discovery.
Exactly. Think about it.
Okay.
John Bunyan wrote Pilgrim's Progress, considered one of the finest works of English literature, while he was imprisoned.
While he was in prison.
Harry discovered his writing genius.
Wow.
While serving time in prison.
Oh, it's fascinating to think that such incredible creativity could emerge from such difficult circumstances.
It is.
And think about Helen Keller.
Helen Keller.
Despite being deaf, dumb, and blind, she made a profound impact on the world, inspiring millions with her courage and resilience.
And Robert Burns.
Robert Burns.
Despite poverty and alcoholism,
became
a renowned poet.
Wow.
His words touching hearts across generations.
It's incredible to see how these individuals transform their struggles into something positive. Something meaningful. It's like they found a way to alchemize their pain into purpose.
And that's the power of the human spirit.
Wow.
It's the ability to find meaning and purpose even in the face of adversity. It's the unwavering belief that we can overcome challenges and emerge stronger on the other side.
What challenges have you faced that might be leading you towards a greater purpose?
I like that.
That's a great question to reflect on. It makes you realize that maybe some of the toughest times in our lives were actually preparing us for something bigger. Something we couldn't have even imagined at the time.
I agree.
And speaking of overcoming seemingly insurmountable obstacles, Napoleon Hill himself had a very personal experience with this.
You're referring to the story of his son, Blair.
Yes.
Blair was born without ears.
Blair was born without ears.
And was deemed potentially deaf and mute. It's an incredibly moving story.
It is.
Despite the doctor's prognosis, Hill refused to accept that his son would never hear or speak.
Wow.
He had this unwavering belief, this burning desire that Blair would live a normal life.
That's incredible.
And what's amazing is that Hill didn't just sit around hoping for a miracle. He took action. He started planting seeds of belief.
Wow.
In Blair's mind, telling him bedtime stories designed to instill self-reliance, imagination, and a keen desire to hear and speak.
That's amazing, and he didn't stop there. Hill was constantly searching for ways to help Blair develop his hearing. And he noticed that Blair was drawn to music, especially the sound of the Victrola, and would spend hours listening to records with his teeth clamped on the edge of the case. Which led Hill to discover this principle of bone conduction of sound, which is a way of transmitting sound vibrations through the bones of the skull to the inner ear. It's fascinating how Hill's desire to help his son led him to this groundbreaking discovery.
It's incredible.
And he didn't keep it to himself.
No.
He used this knowledge to help Blair develop his hearing and speech.
And Blair's progress was remarkable.
Even though it's a long and challenging process.
It was a long process, but he eventually learned to speak. And even went on to attend regular school, despite facing challenges with hearing his teachers.
That's incredible.
Hill's unwavering belief in his son, combined with his persistent efforts, had paid off.
But the story doesn't end there, does it?
No, it gets even more inspiring.
Okay.
While in college, Blair happened to try a new type of electrical hearing aid.
Okay.
And for the first time in his life, he could hear clearly.
Oh my gosh.
It was a life-changing moment. A testament to the power of belief, persistence, and a burning desire to overcome obstacles.
It's like all those years of effort, all that unwavering faith, finally culminated in this incredible breakthrough.
It's a powerful story.
What a powerful story of the human spirit's ability to triumph over adversity.
It truly is, and Blair didn't stop there.
He didn't.
He decided to use his experience to help others.
Wow.
He dedicated his life to assisting the deaf and hard of hearing.
Wow.
Turning his disability into a platform for making a positive impact on the world.
This story is so powerful on so many levels.
It is.
It shows the transformative power of belief, the importance of never giving up on our dreams, and the incredible resilience of the human spirit. But there's another layer to this story that I find particularly fascinating.
You were talking about the white lies.
Yes.
Hill planted in Blair's mind.
from a young age.
Yeah.
Hill told Blair that his deafness wasn't a liability,
Wow.
but an asset.
Okay.
That it would give him a unique advantage in life.
Right.
He even convinced Blair that his teachers would give him special attention because of his deafness.
Wow.
Which, by the way, Hill made sure would happen by speaking to the teachers himself.
It's a fascinating example of how belief, even if it starts as a white lie, can shape reality. Hill essentially programmed Blair's mind for success.
Yeah.
Instilling in him the confidence and self-belief that he could overcome his challenges and achieve anything he set his mind to.
And it's amazing to see how those white lies actually became true.
They did.
Blair's deafness did, in a way, become his greatest asset.
It did.
It led him to a fulfilling career helping others, a career that wouldn't have been possible without his unique experience.
It's a testament to the incredible power of the mind to shape our reality.
Wow.
Hill believed, and Blair's story certainly seems to support this, that there's nothing right or wrong.
Wow.
That belief plus burning desire cannot make real.
That's a powerful statement.
It is.
It really makes you think about the potential we all have within us to create the lives we want, to overcome challenges, and to achieve extraordinary things.
Extraordinary things.
I think we can all learn a lot from Blair's story.
I agree.
And from all the examples and insights we've explored today.
It's been a fascinating deep dive.
This deep dive into the power of desire has been truly inspiring.
It has.
It's given me so much to think about, and I'm sure our listeners feel the same way.
I hope so.
But before we wrap up, I want to hear your final thoughts on this topic.
Okay.
What's the key takeaway that you want our listeners to walk away with?
I would say if I could leave our listeners with one thought, it would be this.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the power of a burning desire.
Okay.
It's the spark that ignites action.
Yeah.
The fuel that propels us toward our goals and the force that can turn even the most challenging circumstances into opportunities for growth and triumph.
So we're not just talking about wishing or hoping for things to happen. We're talking about cultivating a deep, unwavering desire that drives us to take action. To persevere even when faced with setbacks.
Yes.
And to ultimately create the lives we want.
Precisely. And remember, desire isn't just about material wealth.
Right.
It can be applied to any area of your life.
Okay.
Your relationships, your health, your career, your spiritual growth.
That's such an important point.
It is.
This deep dive has really highlighted how the principles from Think and Grow Rich can be applied to so many different aspects of life.
Absolutely.
It's about identifying what you truly desire.
Host speaker.
It's about cultivating that burning desire and then taking consistent action to make it a reality.
Exactly. And that's where the real magic happens.
Yeah.
When we align our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with our deepest desires.
This has been such an insightful exploration of the power of desire.
It has.
We've uncovered practical strategies, explored fascinating stories, and even touched on the science behind how our mindset can shape our reality.
Absolutely.
But I think it's time to move on to the next topic.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
Well, I think we should talk about what happens when desire meets adversity.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because life isn't always smooth sailing.
No, it's not.
We're going to face obstacles and setbacks along the way.
Absolutely.
So how do we stay motivated and keep that desire burning bright even when things get tough?
Well, this is where Hill's concept of burning your ships comes back into play.
Okay, remind me about that one.
Remember the story of Edwin Barnes?
Yeah.
Who was determined to become Thomas Edison's business partner?
He worked for Edison for 5 years before getting his shot.
He burned his ships.
Okay.
He left himself no option for retreat.
Yeah.
He had to succeed with Edison or face failure.
So how do we apply that same principle to our own lives?
Well, it's about creating a sense of urgency and commitment.
Okay.
It's about eliminating any possibility of backing down. Now, this doesn't mean we should be reckless or make impulsive decisions.
No.
It's about making a conscious choice to fully commit to our goals.
So how do we actually burn our ships? In a metaphorical sense?
Well, for one, we can set clear deadlines and make them public.
Accountability.
Exactly.
Okay.
Tell your friends, family, or colleagues about your goals. This will create a sense of external pressure to follow through.
It's like we talked about before with those fitness challenges on social media.
Exactly. Social pressure can be a powerful motivator.
Yeah, that's a great point.
And another way to burn your ships is to invest in your goals.
Okay.
Put some skin in the game.
How so?
This could mean investing your time, money, or energy into something that supports your aspirations.
Got it.
So for example,
Yeah.
if your goal is to start a business, you might invest in a course or a coach to help you get started.
So it's about making a tangible commitment.
Exactly.
That reinforces your determination.
And increases your chances of success.
I like that.
And, sometimes burning your ships can be as simple as eliminating distractions. Get rid of anything that's holding you back from focusing on your goals.
So that might mean cutting back on social media or saying no to commitments that don't align with your priorities.
Exactly. It's about creating space and time to pursue your dreams.
I think that's so important in today's world.
Especially today.
Where there are so many distractions competing for our attention.
It's easy to get sidetracked.
Yeah, it is.
But burning your ships helps us stay focused on what really matters.
Another aspect of overcoming adversity that I find really interesting is this idea of finding our other self.
Our other self.
Hill talks about this in the book.
He does.
And it's this idea that within each of us lies a hidden potential, a reserve of strength and resilience that we may not even be aware of.
Until we're faced with a challenge.
Until we're pushed to our limits.
Exactly.
And it's in those moments of adversity
that our other self emerges.
Our other self emerges.
And we discover capabilities that we never knew we possessed.
It's like a hidden superpower.
Yeah, it really
is. It's activated when we're faced with a challenge.
And you know what I think is so fascinating about this?
Yeah.
Is that it kind of reframes our perspective on adversity.
Reframes our perspective on adversity.
Instead of seeing it as something to be feared or avoided, we can start to view it as an opportunity for growth.
An opportunity for growth.
And self-discovery.
Because sometimes it's through those challenges that we discover our greatest strength.
And I think this concept of the other self is so empowering.
It is.
Because it suggests that we all have this incredible capacity for resilience and growth.
We all have that hidden potential within us.
And sometimes all it takes is a little bit of adversity to unlock it.
To unlock it. I love that.
And to discover
who we're truly capable of becoming.
So true.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let me ask you this. What challenges have you faced in your life that have helped you discover your other self?
What a great question.
It's something to really reflect on.
Yeah.
Because often it's those difficult experiences that shape us into the people we are today.
They do.
And now I'm really curious
to
hear about a personal experience that Napoleon Hill himself had.
You're talking about the story of his son.
Yes.
Blair.
Blair.
Who was born without ears.
Born without ears. Wow. Born without ears and deemed potentially deaf and mute.
Wow.
It's an incredible story.
And what did Napoleon Hill do?
Well, despite the doctor's prognosis, Hill refused to accept that his son would never hear or speak.
Wow.
He had this unwavering belief, this burning desire that Blair would live a normal life.
That's incredible.
And what's even more remarkable is that Hill didn't just hope for a miracle.
He took action.
Okay, how?
Well, he started planting seeds of belief in Blair's mind.
Okay.
Telling him bedtime stories that were designed to instill self-reliance, imagination.
Wow.
And a keen desire to hear and speak.
That's amazing.
And he was always searching for ways to help Blair develop his hearing.
Right.
So he noticed that Blair was drawn to music, especially the sound of the Victrola.
Okay.
And he would spend hours listening to records.
Wow.
With his teeth clamped on the edge of the case.
Really?
And this led Hill to discover the principle of bone conduction of sound.
So that's where that came from.
It is.
Wow.
Which is a way of transmitting sound vibrations through the bones of the skull to the inner ear.
That's amazing.
And he used this knowledge to help Blair develop his hearing and speech.
And did it work?
Blair's progress was remarkable.
Wow.
Even though it was a long and challenging process, he eventually learned to speak.
That's incredible.
And even went on to attend regular school.
Wow.
Despite facing challenges with hearing his teachers.
I mean, that's a testament to Hill's unwavering belief in his son and his persistent efforts.
It really is.
But the story doesn't end there.
It doesn't. While Blair was in college,
yeah,
he happened to try a new type of electrical hearing aid.
Okay.
And for the first time in his life, he could hear clearly.
Wow.
It was a life-changing moment.
That must have been so emotional.
It was a testament to the power of belief, persistence,
yeah,
and a burning desire to overcome obstacles.
It's like all those years of effort, all that unwavering faith, finally culminated in this incredible breakthrough.
It did. And Blair didn't stop there.
He didn't.
He decided to use his experience to help others.
Wow.
He dedicated his life to assisting the deaf and hard of hearing.
That's amazing.
Turning his disability into a platform for making a positive impact on the world.
This story is so powerful on so many levels.
It is.
It shows the transformative power of belief,
Great.
The importance of never giving up on our dreams, and the incredible resilience of the human spirit.
The resilience of the human spirit.
But there's another layer to this story that I find really fascinating.
Oh, what's that?
It's the white lies that Hill planted in Blair's mind.
The white lies?
Yeah. From a young age, Hill told Blair that his deafness wasn't a liability, but an asset.
Okay.
He even convinced Blair that his teachers would give him special attention because of his deafness. Right. Which, by the way, Hill made sure would happen by speaking to the teachers himself.
So he created a self-fulfilling prophecy.
He did.
Wow.
And it's amazing to see how those white lies actually became true.
They did.
Blair's deafness did, in a way, become his greatest asset.
Yeah.
It led him to a fulfilling career helping others.
Absolutely.
A career that wouldn't have been possible without his unique experience.
It's a testament to the power of belief.
It really is.
Even if it starts as a white lie.
Yeah.
It can shape reality.
Wow. So he essentially programmed Blair's mind for success.
He did.
Instilling in him the confidence and self-belief that he could overcome his challenges and achieve anything he set his mind to.
It's incredibly powerful.
And it's a powerful reminder that our beliefs, even those that might seem a little far-fetched, can have a profound impact on our lives.
A profound impact on our lives. I agree.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the power of desire, I think it's clear that we can all learn a lot from Blair's story.
Absolutely.
And from all the examples and insights we've explored today.
So much to learn.
It's been an incredible journey.
It has.
And I hope our listeners are feeling as inspired as I am.
You too.
So to our listeners, we leave you with this final thought.
Okay.
What if a burning desire backed by unwavering belief was the key to unlocking your potential?
I love that.
What would you dare to dream if you knew failure wasn't an option?
Wow.
What step, even a small one, can you take today to turn that dream into reality?
That's a great question to ponder.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.